Thank God it's Friday. Very good morning to you. Today is the 21st day in the month of February. Next week, Friday, hopefully we'll be saying bye to February. How time flies. Imagine when we started February, celebrated the vow, and we're saying goodbye to February in a week's time. Welcome to Family and Values on Galaxy Television, where we are reaching out for the stars. Family and Value is a show that talks about your family, my family, your relationship, my relationship, those core values that we want to restore back to the society. The values that are missing, parenting, everything you need to know. It's a total package on the show. The show runs Monday to Fridays, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Just like we're on your screen this morning. We are streaming live on Facebook and on our YouTube page. You can always download the Galaxy mobile app so that you can watch us on the go. And a very big shout out to the Star Times family. We love you, we celebrate you. If this is the first time you're seeing this pretty face on your screen, I am Princess Joy Ayo Abu. Like I used to say, I love the way the Abu sits with me. Welcome to the show. It promises to be very, very educative. Remember, our Fridays are strictly for the youth. We try to keep it down and let them talk. Let's hear them talk. Let's share their opinions. Yeah, that's what Fridays are all about. And today is going to be a very calm one. Whatever we are doing, we are not breaking the tables today. Yes, you heard that. You know when I'm looking already and beautiful, looking all peace and calm, it's because there is a superpower somewhere saying, go girl, go girl. Yeah, you say superpower. You know, when somebody had, when you go and fight, and you know that there is somebody that when you report to, the person will come out and give you a hand. Yes. So, of course, I have Mama Jenzi with me here in the studio. Very good morning to you.
A beautiful morning to you. Superpower. I don't get any superpower, but yes, I carry the power of God. That if that is what she is implying, then I have the power of God, the superpower, because man cannot give that power. At any time, man can take it. But God will still be merciful to still retain that. So, thank God it's Friday. It's another beautiful day. And I just want to let you know that, just in case you've not been told, today, this amazing day, it's a beautiful morning to you. Okay? Keep shining, keep smiling, keep loving yourself. There's no selfishness in loving yourself. That's one thing I want you to know. And when you feel you need to talk to someone, seek someone that you know will be at easy reach for you. So I just want to encourage you: no to suicide, no to anxiety, no to depression. Try everything. Sometimes you just want to talk to someone. Reach out, talk. Even if you have to talk to the television in your house like you are watching us this morning, pour out your heart. And if you think you are not doing enough, pick up your phone and call someone. You cannot be in isolation. You cannot be alone. So if you have not had the opportunity, keep smiling and keep being you. Keep moving. Don't stop. Don't relent. You're welcome to the show, and my name is Olori Adejoke Adobe David. My friends call me Olori AJ. We're going to have a splendid time because this morning I'm seeing someone very, 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 very young. I'm not saying his age, but I know he's young and he looks amazing as our guest this morning. So keep it locked down on Galaxy Television. Family and Value is here.
Yeah, keep it locked down. Family and Value is here. Do we have any birthday shout out?
Yes, we have a birthday shout out to Kafaya Taposete Mukaila. Happy birthday to you, even though it's your birthday, it's going to be Saturday, okay? And we'll not be here, but because we are Family and Values, this is coming from Crown, our one and only Eagle Eye, in the studio with us. So happy birthday to you. More refreshing, more renewing, more power, more grace, more, rising coming to you. And to everyone celebrating, all our lovers, our fans, our callers, everyone staying tuned on Galaxy Television, especially Family and Values. We love you. We celebrate your anniversary, and we pray you continue to have more reasons to celebrate.
Yeah, we pray you continue to have more reasons to celebrate. Talking about suicide, this morning somebody had a distress call. According to what the person was telling me, that he went for night vigil, and by the time he was on his way, his neighbor was calling, and better call your younger sister wants to kill herself.
Oh my God.
But there's a high rate of suicide and depression and anxiety out there, and just like you said, whatever it is you're going through, please talk to somebody.
Talk to someone.
It's not the time to be quiet.
You know, you have the emergency toll-free line also. If you cannot help the situation, 112 or 767 is the emergency. It's not going to charge you. Forget, no matter how many minutes you are going to spend trying to report the situation. If there is anything at all, that emergency, Lagos State is trying. I'm not here to canvass for them, but sincerely, 767-112 is the emergency toll-free line. Call, help someone. If you have not I've not heard from you now, reach out to Joy, reach out to Olori, reach out to Crown.
People
or someone calls you and you saw a missed call.
Please call back.
Call back. Even don't think everybody is trying to borrow money
or ask you for money or make a request.
It's not everyone that is looking out for that. Some just want to chit chat. You know, a long time talk sometimes can inspire and ignite something in the mind of that person. So please, let us not ignore any call that come our way. It goes a long way. God will help us.
This is not the time to say, if I tell somebody my problem, they will shame me. My dear, leave the shame and talk to people. Leave the shame and leave. Live for yourself. Live for your people. Live for family. Live for the society. Alright, on that note, let's go now. Minute feature, and when we return, just like Larry Mama Jenny said, we have a very young, handsome, cool, collected guest waiting to have a conversation with you. I said we will not break table today. Don't worry.
We may likely break table because breaking table from Friday by Sunday. Don't go.
Love and vulnerability. Love and vulnerability are intricately linked, as the willingness to be vulnerable is a fundamental aspect of forming and maintaining deep, meaningful connections with others. In this write-up, we will explore the concepts of vulnerability, its relationship to love, and the benefits and challenges of embracing vulnerability in our relationships. The concept of vulnerability. Vulnerability is a state of being open and susceptible to emotional hurt, rejection, or criticism. It involves taking a risk and exposing our true selves, including our thoughts, feelings, and desires to others. Vulnerability can be uncomfortable and even painful, but it's also a necessary component of building trust, intimacy, and connection with others. The relationship between love and vulnerability. Love and vulnerability are intimately connected, as the willingness to be vulnerable is essential for forming and maintaining with others. When we love someone, we are willing to take the risk of being hurt or rejected, because the potential rewards of connection and intimacy are worth it. Benefits of vulnerability in relationships. 1. Deeper connection and intimacy. Vulnerability allows us to form deeper, more meaningful connections with others, which can lead to greater intimacy and satisfaction in our relationships. 2. Increased trust and loyalty. When we are vulnerable with someone, we are more likely to trust and feel loyal to them, which can strengthen our bond and commitment to each other. 3. Improved communication and conflict resolution. Vulnerability can help us communicate more effectively and resolve conflicts in a more constructive way, which can lead to greater understanding and empathy in our relationships. 4. Personal growth and self-awareness. Embracing vulnerability can help us develop greater self-awareness and personal growth as we learn to navigate our emotions, needs, and desires in a more authentic and honest way. Challenges of vulnerability in relationships. 1. Fear of rejection and hurt. Vulnerability involves taking a risk and exposing ourselves to the possibility of rejection and hurt, which can be daunting and even terrifying. 2. Vulnerability as a sign of weakness. Some people may view vulnerability as a sign of weakness rather than strength, which can make it difficult to be vulnerable in our relationships. 3. Difficulty in setting boundaries. Vulnerability can make it challenging to set and maintain healthy boundaries in our relationships, which can lead to feeling of overwhelm and resentment. 4. Potential for exploitation. Vulnerability can also make us more susceptible to exploitation and manipulation by others, which can be damaging and even traumatic. Embracing vulnerability in our relationships. 1. Start small. Begin by taking small risks and being vulnerable in low-stakes situations, such as sharing your feelings or desires with a trusted friend or partner. 2. Practice self-compassion. Treat yourself with kindness, understanding, and patience when you're feeling vulnerable rather than judgment or criticism. 3. Communicate openly and honestly. Communicate your needs, desires, and feelings openly and honestly with your partner, and listen to their perspective with empathy and understanding. Seek support and guidance. Seek support and guidance from trusted friends, family, or a therapist when you're struggling with vulnerability in your relationships. Love and vulnerability are intimately connected, as a willingness to be vulnerable is essential for forming and maintaining deep, meaningful connections with others. While vulnerability can be challenging and even painful, it's also a necessary component of building trust, intimacy, and connection in our relationships. By embracing vulnerability and taking small risks, we can deepen our connections with others and cultivate more meaningful, fulfilling relationships.
Feature, and today we are discussing love and vulnerability. What a combination. Is it possible to love without being vulnerable to your partner? And is it possible to be vulnerable without genuinely loving your partner? Well, we are going to have all that conversation because it concerns the youth. They are the ones that are easy to say, I love you, let us be. Somebody said, the love of her life, said, I give you the whole world. So he has become world landlord. All of us should go and look for another space and live. So when I saw the status this morning, I said, okay, I'll be in your own space. I will inform other people that they should find somewhere else to live, since your love is giving you the whole world. It's alright. I mean, now we'll share your space. Alright, on today's conversation, just like we said, myself and Olori, we have a very young, talented, cool, godly, fearing, handsome. You know, when they say husband material, this one is not sex, you know, husband material, complete package, complete, you know, yeah, tall, dark, you know, intelligent. Yeah, that's the youth we brought to you this morning. We are talking about Omolayo. Am I right? Oluwatosin. Testimony.
Thank you.
I asked her, I said, what's the story behind the testimony? The testimony that is fitting me, because it's my mom. See, leave.
Omolayo is also wait. See, one thing you Gen Z has failed to realize is this, or you young ones. There is beauty that
in
comes
pronunciation.
in not just pronunciation, in your native name,
Yes.
Thank you.
in your cultural
Of
name.
course.
Omolayo. Listen to me.
Omolayo. Oluwatosin.
That means a child is joy.
So that's where the testimony is
you
coming
understand? Oluwatosin, God is more than enough for me to worship, to honor.
Is that the meaning of Oluwatosin?
That's it.
Are you for real?
And now you are only saying testimony because that's
There's no
Exactly.
It's a year of overflow.
Even those ones,
even
those ones too carry weight. So let us always, let us always embrace, embrace our culture. See, if you hear the white people calling our natural names, the way they will pronounce it,
I think I can relate to that, because when I understood the meaning of Inibege Abasi, it means there is no one bigger than God.
Wow.
There is no one above God. Like Inibege Abasi. So I can relate.
So
but I didn't know that was the meaning of Oluwatosin.
But the kind of cultural disparity has given it a difficulty for people to pronounce. Lagos, people have just been calling me testimony.
So they've forgotten the
forgot that.
Which is
they're calling me testimony.
They will tell you, excuse me.
Your
Exactly.
name. Wow, and people just call it testimony.
Yeah, that sounds easier.
It sounds easier. All right, love and vulnerability. Why is vulnerability important in a relationship? And can being too much vulnerable make a person look weak in love? You know, I said something. Somebody said the love of life, I want to give you the whole world. He said the love for such, you go and look for where to. It's very easy to say I love you to the moon and back. That should fly. Okay. Why is vulnerability very important? And being too much of it doesn't make.
So I believe I'm speaking mostly to Gen Zs.
Yes.
So
yeah, speak
to them. Your generation. Talk to them. The youth. Yeah. Let them understand.
All right. So the truth is, vulnerability is actually along with love, because you cannot love effectively without being vulnerable. And of course, everyone who is to make love a do or die thing must also be vulnerable. And vulnerability have to do with you willingly, deliberately opening yourself up to your partner, sharing. But the truth remains that vulnerability can never be a weakness in marriage. Of course, it has to be a strength, because it's a deliberate thing you do. So what we call weakness is something that you do not have control over, but vulnerability is what you have control over. So there's no way it can be a weakness. It's a strength. So it's something that enhances your relationship and love.
Okay, it's being willing to show positive emotions around your partner.
Exactly.
Show something that I'm with you.
Exactly.
I will go with you all the way. I will come back to that. I'll come back to that. Okay. Now, can one's partner be vulnerable? Can there be partner, the man be more vulnerable than the woman, or the woman be more vulnerable than the man? And can it be too much?
Actually,
that's why I said I'm coming back.
Exactly. Vulnerability can never be too much. However, it is important that we know how to set boundaries. Exactly, so that you don't meet somebody today because of the giz feeling. You just want to jump into. Exactly. So when you are vulnerability have to do with something you have to practice gradually, and it shouldn't tilt towards a party more than the other, so that there can be balance in the love equation. So when it tilts towards one person, the partner doesn't reciprocate that same. It can affect the relationship and make it imbalance. Yeah, so it is good that both parties maintain a status quo when it comes to that vulnerability.
Some will say, okay, let me say, the norm is that love is blind in the course of relationship, and you see a situation whereby the lady is trying to cover for the guy. Though you might want to look at it from the angle that you are not in her status. And the girl, knowing where she is from and how many encounters or experience she's had with her absence to the parents, what would you say in that instance? Is it right because many of the young ones do this? It's not because, don't let me talk again for you. So, is it right?
Okay.
And how far can that go? Even at the end of the day when they get married and she's still trying to be vulnerable, even in the financial area of that marriage, after they have now financed, how sustainable can that be?
Anyways, I'm not going to talk about that paper side.
Why?
Because our parents believe they know more than us.
So that's why you are here this morning.
Okay.
Let's hear what is in your mind.
Okay.
You're speaking for the youth out
All right,
there.
youths over the world, just hear me.
So say those things for the
Let me say it. Let me say it.
Oh, yeah, man.
When it has to do with matters like this, we need to be very careful. Because I can be godly, right? All right. So, in a bit not to go against the will of God, it is expedient that we listen to our parents. However, not at all times those parents understand what we feel as love. The love of their generation is not what we are feeling now.
It is not.
You understand?
But
So, in their days, love was blind. Now, love is wide up. I mean, it's the eyes of the Lord.
Excuse me. Now I love this. I'm enjoying this.
Shake some tables.
I know we're going to shake some tables. I know I prepared my mind. She doesn't want to because now I'm here to counter what the young minds and the generation that I kind of belong to is holding on to. Now, you said in the past, before in those primitive times, mommy and daddy they said your love was blind. Now they said their own love is open. Meanwhile, it is still the same you that also say love is blind now. You know, let me take him the way he is. Now explain that. I don't want to be lost. You know, we need to explain.
Yeah, I get it. So let's just leave all of these quotes that people just read really online. Let's come to reality. The real thing and the real deal is that love is open. There is no love. There's no blind love anywhere. You know, in the days of old, that you can, you even get to know your wife maybe on the day of the wedding.
Yes.
But these days it's not like that. We need to start from friendship, enter into courtship. Then before we can think of proposal, then marriage. Nobody just jump at marriage all of a sudden. So we need to go over all of those things one after the other.
In the olden days.
In the olden days, it wasn't as effective as it is now.
Because
in those days,
there was restriction.
Their father would